But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace, and this is Mimosa Monday. First of all, I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for being here and joining me tonight. I am alone. Miss Hannah is at a company mixer for her job, so she might jump in. I don't know, but we're about to do it. We're about to ride out. So first of all, let me acknowledge some of you. So thank you, Cotty, for dropping the candy in the chat. Welcome. Also, shout out to the Queen of Cheesecake. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and comment to the Candy Shop. Hit that notification bell as well. Hey, Chi-Town. She says, welcome everybody to the Candy Shop, where Candy herself is your host. Please sit back and enjoy the show while you get a taste of these sweet treats. Thank you. Oh, hey, Candy Washington. Grabbing some food, but I'm here to support. See you soon, beauty. Thank you. And thank you, Chi-Town, for dropping that candy in the chat. So tonight, I will be talking about the last episode of Housewives of Potomac. My thoughts on Nikki as the host. I was here for it. She asked a lot of questions that we as the viewers actually want to know versus the YouTube questions that they choose. So I was here for all of the shady questions. And she jumped right into it with asking Ashley about her storyline and why she was so messy, basically. Ashley basically stood her ground. She said, look, I've been here for, I think she said 6 seasons, and I have gone through a lot. So basically, I am the storyline. So I like Miss Ashley's answer to Nikki's questions. She didn't really, I don't think she made Ashley feel that uncomfortable. Oh, and I'm drinking my mimosa. It's a red one. She didn't make Ashley feel that uncomfortable at all. So I didn't think Ashley's questions were bad. But then Nikki switched to Robin, which Nikki is attracted to Robin or something like that. I don't know. I think she was just doing it for the show. But she asked Robin about the question of why did Robin ask, are we mad at Ashley? And so I wanted to know that. And so I guess Robin was saying, it sounded like Robin was trying to explain that she was speaking in third person versus saying, are we as a collective mad at Ashley? But I still don't know. So I don't know about that. I really feel like Robin rides for and does anything that Giselle says. And so I, like everybody else, because I know a lot of people think she meant, should we be mad at Ashley? But we'll see. Shana said she was trying to give Robin some purpose. Yeah, right. I was like, I did not like Robin's makeup. Robin is a very beautiful woman. And on this reunion, I wasn't feeling her. So I wasn't understanding why Nikki was feeling her. But maybe she, like you said, Chi-Town, she was trying to give her a purpose, I guess. Cotty said, because Robin is up Giselle snatch. She is. And it was funny, she asked them about being lovers. And we find out that they slept in a room together, all that. I don't believe that they're lovers. I think that's something that people are just saying for the show. But it's funny to me. Cotty said, I also hate that blue eyeshadow on her face. I do too. I don't like blue eyeshadow on anybody's face. And on Robin's face, it looks, I don't know. It just makes her look casket ready. I cannot stand the blue eyeshadow. And hey, Yolanda Franklin, thank you for joining me. Shantae said Robin is lost. She is. Robin is lost in the sauce of Giselle. Nikki also pointed out that it seems like Juan and Robin have been having more sex. I wasn't getting that. But I really felt like on this season, Juan was not feeling Robin, especially when she kept bringing up the fact that he didn't help take care of their kids. So I thought Nikki was totally off base with that. Hey, reps. I wanted to say reparations, but hey, reps. Yes, you are catching a live. And she does look goth. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She looks gothic, basically. It was actually black eyeshadow. It looked blue. I don't know. She just looked. I wasn't feeling the look. I didn't get it. like I said, Robin is a beautiful woman. I think she needs more warmer colors, and it. She looked like she should have been on a character on Frozen or something. Yolanda said Robin is robotic. She asks if she can't speak and think for herself. Nikki was delusional with her comment on sexual tension. Yes, it was I don't think it's any sexual tension between Robin and Giselle. I do think there is sexual tension between Juan and Michael, and I'm glad that Nikki pointed that out to them, because I agree. No heterosexual man is going to be okay with hanging out with another man that wants to experience, dropping my notes, experience his sausage. And I know the way that the ladies look at it, I guess Juan is secure in his sexuality. It's not too much to me. Second. Okay, I'm back. I think I froze for a second. I like Nikki's questioning with that though. Yes. Shaitan said it was gothic all the way. Hey, Vegas girl, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's no sexual tension between them. And it actually, I just feel like they would, excuse my language, but it would be just rug burns there. If you get what I'm trying to say, I don't see nothing happening between them. Right, Cotty. So, yeah. Juan ain't checking for Robin no more. Exactly. I didn't feel like Juan was checking for her at all. And hey, 313 Yolanda. Well, it's almost 2022. These men are getting comfortable. Yeah, I understand that. And it's okay. Like, I can see them hanging out, even though Michael comes off a little like he likes men, but it's the things that he said about Juan. Like, he said things, he's been flirty with him. He's said he wanted to experience his sausage. So it's like, it's, to me, that's crossing the line. And I don't know what straight man would be comfortable with that. Right, Cotty. I definitely agree. And hey, Sharon, thank you for joining. So the whole Michael and Juan thing is interesting to me. And the fact that both of the wives are delusional in their thoughts. They're like, what? What are you talking about? Michael's not gay. And I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just two normal men talking. I wasn't falling for it. It seemed fake to me. They're either in denial or they are getting it on with it's a group thing. So it's something. They're hiding something. Reb said, okay, yes. So she said hello to Connie B. So then Nikki turns to Giselle and she asks her about her looks fading. Now, to me, Giselle does look better now from when the show started. When you look at the side by side, and I should have screenshot that, from when she first started the show up until now. In the beginning, she actually looked older in the beginning, but I know with the money that they're getting from this show, they have time to get the cosmetic surgery to look good. So to me, Giselle looks better now than she did before. And so I can see her still turning some eyes now. The neck, I don't really be looking at the neck, but I know that some people call her gizzard neck, whatever. And as you get older, your neck looks a little older. But Giselle does look way better now than she did before. I do think she has shamed Karen in her age. And what's funny is they're close in age. So Giselle is 53 and Karen is 58. Even though now when the show first started, I thought Karen was 56 to 57 then. But apparently she was only 50 or 51, I guess, when the show started. But she's supposed to be 58 now. The lady shaded her talking about, oh, we thought you were in your 60s. Like, what? So Karen looks better now. I'm going to read some of your comments now. Both of them look better. Everybody looks better. The glow up has been real for everyone on the show. Connie B said, Robin thought it was funny. I was bewildered by that. Yeah, I just wouldn't think it was funny that some man is saying that. Well, I kind of would laugh, but I would be like, you not finna hang with that man. If a man said that, the things that Michael said about Juan, my husband, if somebody said that to my husband, I would think it was funny, but my husband would not be hanging with them. Um, Yolanda said better how looks fashion wise. Giselle looks better looks wise, not fashions. The fashions have gotten worse through the season, but looks wise, she looks better. Her face. Giselle looks older now, and Karen looks younger. That's funny. Why does it look like Robin doesn't shave or wax down south? Ooh, yeah. I don't know. Juan and Michael have ran the streets together and know each other's bones, know where each other's bones are buried. I agree with that. They probably have had some parties. They totally missed the neck. Exactly. Giselle and Robin age shamed Karen, and the more they did, the more they aged. That is true. Yes. See, thank you, Reps. Everybody glowed up. And Cotty said, I would have wanted to stump any man or woman who said that about mine. Yeah. I still would have laughed because it's just so unbelievable. In situations like that, I usually laugh like this can't be true. I mean, this can't be. I laugh when women say stuff like that about my husband. Like, lady. Chi-Town said my husband would be pissed if a man said that to him or about him. He doesn't play them games. Exactly. So then moving on to the show, Nikki asks she asks Giselle about Jamal and should he have gotten a second chance. Giselle said that she still would have gave him a second chance, and that I guess they were trying to point out that it seemed mighty convenient that Jamal wanted to get back with her or do the second chance now versus before the show. But Giselle said she felt like it was warranted or it was good because she's in a better place. She was always used to him getting a spotlight. And I think Robin said the same thing about Juan. They were used to their men getting the spotlight. And so now that they have the spotlight, they have even footing with the men that they're with. So what do y'all think about that? Is it even footing, or do you feel like the men are using them for their fame? Yolanda said they body shame Wendy, which brought out their own insecurities. Yeah, there's insecurities. I agree. But do y'all think Jamal only wanted to do the second chance because of her being on the show? So my opinion of that is Jamal definitely wanted attention because she was on the show. He was taking over New Birth. And it looked good. And Giselle, with him taking over New Birth, I think she wanted to be that first lady again. New Birth here in Atlanta is a very large church. We all know it was Eddie Long's church. So it has a lot of people that attend. It's here in Atlanta. It's high profile. So I think they both wanted to give it a second shot based off of what was going on in each other's lives. So that's my opinion on that. Cardi B says side-eyeing Giselle and giving Jamal a second chance. Yeah. And Yolanda said, yep, for clout. So, and I'm going to drop this link in a second. Because I kind of, it's hard to talk a lot and recap the show because I'm recapping stuff that they've recapped. So it's hard doing that with this. I have my notes. I'm almost done with them for the show, if y'all can see them. But Chi-Town said the men are using them to stay busy so they can do what they want to do, and Jamal needs to come up because he lost members. Did he lose members at New Birth? New Birth had its own members like for a while. Eddie, the church was being ran by Eddie Long's children, I believe, and so they've always sustained members. Cardi B said Jamal plays follow them with JJ, right? Shantae said Giselle and Jamal had an agreement. They both played a role for the money and exposure and a storyline. They had zero chemistry. Yeah, true. They have zero chemistry, but it's crazy. They were married for the amount of time that they were married for. They have those kids. So it's interesting. But then Nikki, going back to the show, Nikki takes it to Mia. And she talks about her mom, which I thought was very respectful. And then they talk about G's behavior and them having threesomes. They don't have threesomes with white girls, which is what we all thought. So that was okay. And then Nikki asked the ladies would they have married their husbands if they had 100,000, or I'm sorry, 100 million in the bank. So all the ladies lied. I'm saying it. All the ladies lied and said that they would marry. They still would have married their husbands, and we all know they wouldn't have, especially Ashley. Because I'm sorry, I don't see how she lays down with this man nightly and wants to. I don't see how she had them kids, to be completely honest, because I would have been like, we're gonna need a surrogate. So I don't see how she did it, because that I can't. I cannot with Michael. He just would not have gotten any sugar from me. G is okay. He was one of her clients. So the Mia and G thing reminds me of can we talk Nene and her husband, and rest in peace to her husband, Greg. But both of them, I think, were clients for Nene, and G was a client for Mia. So I don't know about that. That's a different situation. I do believe Karen would have married her husband as well, even though I'm saying that they lied. I really, the only one that lied was Ashley. Chateau said a lot of new birth members apparently left, according to another member. That's interesting, because it's a lot of people that still go there that I know of. Ashley said no, then tried to clean it up. I know she was saying I wouldn't have been working at a bar, so I wouldn't have met him. So that was funny. Yolanda said Giselle solely relies on her looks, but it takes more than that to keep a relationship. Mia and Ashley lied about still wanting their men if they didn't have money. Yeah, I agree. Yolanda 313 said, you would have. No, I would not have given Michael the cookies. I'm sorry. I don't see how she does it. I just can't do it. No money, and I don't know. He would have had to have given me $100 million to marry him. Because I'm sorry, that man is just unattractive. Even with the lights off, the vision of what this man looks like would still be in my mind, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Carter said Mia was the biggest liar, talking about she would have been stripping with 100 million. It's the stupid lies for me. Yeah. Oh, Candy, you got your sushi and salad, and you're ready for the mess. Yes. Well, I'm almost done with the show because it's not a lot to talk about. Ashley and Freddy Krueger. Yes, Yolanda, you are correct. That is Freddy Krueger, and I can't do it. So we know all the ladies lied. Nikki then went to Wendy and talked about Eddie and the booty models and all that. Now, my honest opinion of Wendy getting the work done, I don't think it had anything to do with the booty models that he allegedly was following. I really think that she had these babies, and we all know those that are moms. We know that our body changes. Hell, I want me some work done. But I think she got the work done because they're done having kids. She wants her body back, and she wants some alterations. I don't think it had anything to do with him following booty models. Well, your hops are popping. Oh, thank you, Candy. And yes, hit that like button and subscribe. But do y'all first think Eddie was following the booty model? So I think he was. I don't know what man doesn't follow stuff. My husband follows booty models and all these other people. That's his business. He can't get mad at me if I follow DICK models, but I don't. I don't follow those types of models, but I'm just saying, I know men have eyes just like we have eyes, and they're going to look. I'm not offended by that. I know it happens. And when you've been married to somebody for a long time, sometimes it happens. You just have to expect that. Oh, thank you, Candy. I know you meant hoops. You said, listen, I'm not a mom and I want some work done. Right. It's like when we get past a certain age, our metabolism slows down and our body kind of changes. And so you can work out, but the work is very, it makes me want to go get it. Yolanda said, I think Eddie was, as long if he isn't cheating, they'll be good. Yeah, as long as he's not cheating. Right. Oh, Cotty said, you're beautiful, Candy Washington. Hey, Cotty, am I not beautiful either? Shot said, absolutely. what were you trying to say? G was he was following them. Yes. Every man does, regardless if they admit it or not. I don't feel any type of way about it because I'm secure with me. Exactly. Right. So we need to do a show on that. Hell at you said you had 4 kids and you're in line for some work. Right. Was he looking at the models or was he following them and sliding in the DMs? They just said he was following them. They never said he was sliding in the DMs. And the blog that said this is, of course, that that little lady that sits behind that avatar. She's the one that put that story out there. Yolanda said, I'm sure Wendy looks at other men, i.e. Idris. Right, because she said Eddie looks like Idris, which I don't know what Idris he looks like. Maybe it's an Idris in Nigeria, because it ain't the Idris that is the actor. So I don't know what Idris she was saying he looked like. Oh, and thank you, Connie. I love you too. So we get to Candace and Chris, and Candace, of course. Where's my napkin? Candace, of course, had her napkin patting her eyes and stuff. I guess she thought that Nikki would have sympathy for the waterworks, but I'm so over Candace and her waterworks. I hate that this girl has my name. But they talk about Candace's mom and the hubby, and I do agree with Nikki. Like, Candace needs to have a conversation with her mother. She can't let it come from somebody else. And I'm gonna be a little transparent, and I'm gonna go down a soapbox. So me and my mother-in-law, in the beginning, I thought we got along, but she sat me down one day and gave me this speech and kind of went off on me. And for a long time, for the beginning years of my marriage with my husband, she would like say things to me that I thought were out of line, and he would never correct her. And then finally, when I was pregnant with our second daughter, she said something to me, and I was like, I'm ready to go. And he actually had a conversation with her, and he put some things into perspective for her. Our relationship is better. The whole time I've loved my mother-in-law. I love her to death. I love everything about her, but I did not like the way that she treated me at times. And I can do a story time on the stuff that I went through with my mother-in-law. But my husband sat down and had a conversation with her, and he basically set boundaries. And since then, we've been good. And Candace needs to have that relation or that conversation with her mother, because her mother is very disrespectful, not only to Chris, but to Candace herself, because this is a man that Candace has decided to marry. So with that being said, her mother needs to trust Candace's judgment and trust and basically respect her marriage. So that's a whole nother topic in itself. We definitely with Candy and Cotty. Candy, I was about to call you my name, Candace. Candy and Cotty, we do need to do a show on that. In-laws and boundaries and how to go through that. But going to these comments, Shantae said, Eddie can look, it's normal and no harm in my book. Right. And that look, Candy girl. I hate, so my channel is the Candy Shop. It's the Candy Shop because Candy is actually my nickname, but I really hate when people call me Candy Girl. And the way Nikki said it was so like she was patronizing Candace. And so, yeah, I didn't like it. She was kind of undermining her too. Yes. So Yolanda said, Candace's album sounds good. At least she's building her portfolio outside of Bravo. Yes. And I was shocked that she said she sold 20,000 albums. I was shocked. But when you think about it, with her being a housewife, she has the marketing of the Housewives of Potomac. So, of course, fans of the show will buy the album, people that love her. I, of course, did download it. I do like the song, Drive Back? Whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Candy said, when it comes to Candace, she doesn't check her mother because she agrees with her. She was lying about checking her mom. I don't think she agrees with her mom. I think it's more of her. A lot of times when it's your parent, you don't want that smoke from them, because my husband, He didn't check his mother. He didn't say anything to his mother when his mother was being disrespectful to me out of respect for her. So I don't think it's that he agreed with her. I really feel like he was coming from a place that he didn't want contact and he was kind of scared. And sometimes Candace seems a little bit scared of her mother. Now, you might be right, Candy, but I don't think Candace agrees with her mom. I don't think so. Candy said Candace's mom says what Candace is thinking. She uses her mother as a mouthpiece. I don't know. I think she allows her mother and has allowed her mother to control her life. And she does not know how to separate. And I don't know if it's because of the money that her mother provides for her, but for some reason she allows her mother to slide a lot. Cardi B said Candace doesn't even respect her husband. Right. Nikki kept saying Candy, it's Candace. Right. She was like Candy girl, Candy girl. Candace and Chris need marriage counseling. They do. I agree, Yolanda. Walker, I wish I would check my mom. Exactly. It's so hard. It's hard to check your mom, but she needs to have that conversation of having boundaries. But yeah, when you think of your parents, you have gone through, like, your parents raised you and you have to show them the utmost respect. And so anything that you say trying to correct their behavior or letting them know how you feel about a situation that they completely disagree with, they're going to take it as you being disrespectful to them. And so it's a hard conversation. Shaitan says she hasn't set any boundaries with her mother and she needs to grow up. Exactly. Candy said, I think it's different with your hubby. Candace uses her mother because she went back, carried all the bones. Interesting. Shaitan, yes. Shoot, I just dropped some sauce. But yes, Nikki called her Candy Girl because Candace kept interrupting. Yolanda 313 said Black mothers are sacred. It is hard to check them. I agree. I completely agree. And hey, Young Rich Skinny, how are you doing? But let's talk about Candace in this album. So she says she sold 20,000 albums, which was good. She didn't want to sing a cappella at first, but when she did sing, she actually sounded really good. So Candace, I'm shocked, can actually sing. She sounded good. And even Mia had to give her a hand clap. Cardi B said, it's not hard to check anyone for me. I love my parents, but you absolutely will not come for mine. Feelings be damned. Right. I don't know. For me, I can have a conversation with my mother. I'm not checking her. I'm going to have a conversation with her and I'm going to set boundaries. Like if my mother disrespects my husband, I will say something, but I'm not going to be checking her. I'm going to just be like, hey, what's going on here? Yolanda said, I didn't understand why Candace tried to align herself with women who gaslighted her. Are you talking about with Giselle and Robin or with Wendy? Because right now her and Wendy are supposed to be like best friends. Chi-Town, you can check your parents in a respectful way. It's not what you say. Well, yes, it's with the Black mothers. Just be respectful. Right. On the flip side, I've never had to check my mom. Mom knows the boundaries. That's good, Mo Walker, because some mamas don't. Yolanda said Mia was a hater because Candace has actual talent. I agree with that, Yolanda. Yes, that part. Yes, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. Okay. Yes. So they did gaslight her and she did not see that. And she's still trying to align herself with them. Because she was talking about they all wanted to get together. That part was so awkward to me that when they were saying they would get in bed with each other for this, that, and the other. Like, what's the deal? What did y'all think about Chris being upset about Nikki's questions? I didn't think anything that Nikki asked Candace was out of line. I thought it was good. So I didn't understand why Chris was so upset. Was he projecting? Like, what was the deal? So I'm going to drop this link for anybody that wants to come up. That was all I actually had to say about this episode. It wasn't a lot to review. I think I'm going to watch Portia's show. I still have to watch right, Cotty No Morals. I still have to watch The Ultimate Girls Trip, the Housewives of Atlanta, so I'll be watching that as well. I don't know if I'm going to review it because they're so far into it, but I think I'll be reviewing Portia's show, even though I didn't want to watch it. Candy said Chris was mad because Nikki exposed the fact that Candace was lying about her numbers. Oh, right. You are definitely correct in that. Yeah. Right. Yolanda said, even Karen threw out some dog whistles, such as she was scared that two pieces of lettuce was thrown and tuning her out. Right. What was awkward for me is Candace included herself in the threesome. Child, they don't want you. Exactly. She was like, I'll be there too. Like, no. And in turn, I realized boundaries as they apply to my children. That is right. And Yolanda, I am drinking actually mimosa. Well, I'm drinking champagne, a little bit of Bacardi, and some cran pineapple juice. So that's in this mimosa today. So nobody wants to come up. I think I'm going to end this soon because it was pretty. I mean, that this show or this episode went by really quick for me because Nikki asked a lot of questions. I actually did like Nikki. I thought it was I thought she asked the questions that everybody wanted to know. So I like Nikki on it. Do I want to see her again? No, but I did like her. Children learn what they live. Exactly. Yolanda said, I didn't like how Nikki and the crew pressure Candace to sing. Yeah, I didn't like that either because she felt a little uncomfortable, but she sounded so good. I was shocked that she sounded as good as she sounded. Hey, Chi-Town.
I'm gonna come up because you ain't about to end this early.
I didn't have a lot too much to say because we this reunion first of all was long, and
Yeah,
it was like we're recapping everything. This last episode was recapping everything that they've been recapping.
yeah. I feel like it was just a rebuttal.
Yeah, and yes,
Yeah,
Candy, I am fancy.
it could have been. It. I think 3 would have been plenty. I think with all of these reality shows, when they go to 4, it's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yes.
unnecessary. It's like, yeah, they always have like one at least is like a filler, and the first one is always like just full of greetings, and
Mm-hmm.
shooting the craps, it's unnecessary. But girl, I want somebody to teach me how to read because, oh child, she was just inserting herself in stuff that she should just be quiet. Just be quiet, boo.
Yes, and she definitely seems she comes off like she's kind of jealous of Candace to me.
I think she's upset with Candace. I think that she thought that they were going to be cool because the cutesy girls and like one of the younger ones. I don't think she really got to know um, Ashley because, Ashley just gave us lessons on how to breastfeed the whole season. So, hey,
Hey, Cardi B.
Hey,
Connie.
hey,
Thanks.
how's it going?
Good. So, what are your thoughts? And yes, Candy, we did discuss the Juan and Michael situation. What are y'all thoughts on that? The Juan
The
and
one
Michael situation.
girl, they need to stop playing because you can't play with my husband like that, girl.
Right.
Lord Jesus, it ain't nothing funny or cute about that, and they sure wouldn't be hanging out.
Yeah.
But like I said in your previous video, they have done dirt together with other women, so they're carrying each other's bones.
I would feel very uncomfortable with the texting back and forth because even now,
Absolutely.
I will say this with my husband. He probably don't know this, but I don't like some of the guy. Well, even though they talk about sports, I don't like him texting them guys all the time. So, but
Yeah.
that
See, my husband's really not a phone person, so like they'll do like 1 or 2 texts and that's about it. He ain't about to sit up there and hold no long, drawn out texting or conversation with no dude.
yes, Cotty, what are your thoughts? I know you said you would stump somebody.
Uh, yeah, it doesn't matter, male, female. The
Yes,
fact that you think it's okay to say you would suck
his
his
sausage.
right, and
That
then
was so disrespectful.
not even that. Robin is laughing. She is sitting there.
Yes.
I didn't think it was really that. Like what?
No, my laugh would have been like, "This is unbelievable," because this man has to be out of his monkey ass mind to be
But
saying.
but Cardi, don't you think that she's doing that though because she has to save face for Juan since they're in that business deal together? Her husband needs that endorsement from from her what's his name, Michael.
Yeah.
All I know, it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. Juan, if Juan was mine, he wouldn't be hanging with Michael. You got one time to say you want to do something sexual to mine, and that's that.
That just even brings more. That just brings even more on why Juan is not Robin's.
Exactly.
Oh,
What
yeah,
did y'all?
he ain't falling for that. We all know.
Hey, Candy.
Hey, beautiful.
Wow.
What did y'all think? What did y'all think of Nikki hosting? Because Yolanda said she didn't care for Nikki hosting the show.
I think it was better than I thought, but I still thought that she didn't really do any hard hitting. I still felt like it was something missing. It was more than what Andy would have said, but it still gave me less than what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, she asked a lot of questions that I wanted to know that usually it seems like they don't ask.
I felt like right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to compartmentalize with Nikki just because she's so problematic with her husband and her brother. So I had to suspend reality and just think I'm only going to be for this Kiki for this moment. And I thought she did a really good job. I actually really liked her. But I agree with Cotty. There still was something off, just something missing. But I do think she did a really good job.
She went really fast through.
Yeah.
Because she's like, let's move
that's
on.
what it was.
And I'm like, can we not move on? Can we dig into this?
Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah.
It was.
Yolanda wants to know, should Nikki host next year or just Andy?
Neither.
Neither.
And with Juan and Michael, they need to stop playing these reindeer games. Like, we know they're together. Like, come on. We know this. Robin knows it. Ashley knows it. I don't think Robin or Ashley have an issue with it because I think that they dip and do on their own side. I think all four of them, Giselle, Robin, Ashley, and Candace, are fluid or can be fluid. And it goes back to my conspiracy theory where I think Candace and Chris want a threesome with Ashley. And the moment they're like, we're getting Ashley, and Candace was like, well, me too. I was like, yep, my conspiracy theory's right. I think they're all kind of fluid, and I think they all kind of dip and do it. I definitely think Giselle and Robin have had some type of thing going on.
I think they're all messing around too.
Exactly. So they don't care. They are doing what they need to do to stay relevant on the show. And their relevancy is in question. All of them, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I don't think that they care. Like, they laugh about it and they have snide comments about it. Like, that's not, to me, the reaction of a woman who is in love with a man. And I don't mean by like sexuality or anything. I'm just talking about one person loving another person. That's not the reaction you have. If I'm just dating a man, my reaction would be way different than Robin laughing and she's allegedly engaged to this man and they have kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So do y'all think Kim Whitley should have hosted? Because Young Rich said Kim Whitley would have been a better main host. I like her. Yolanda said Kim Whitley would have gotten in their tails. Right.
Can you go back to that, Candy? Can you go back to that other comment that said something? I forgot what it said. It said something about
this one said, which one? Giselle should have apologized to the
yeah.
I think she should have too.
Yeah, I was so mad about that. I was like, that was so disrespectful. Now Karen apologized to your children. Why couldn't you have done the same?
Yeah,
you're not gonna get an apology out of Giselle. That chick ain't never gonna say it.
Nikki, I thought she was funny. I just like the questions she asked. Sometimes I didn't like when she got her little New York accent, whatever she was doing. I didn't like that, and I didn't like the whole Candy girl because, like I said, it felt like she was being real funny with Candace. And I hate when people call me Candy girl.
Well, I think she was calling. I liked it when she called her Candy. Not not that it's my name, not that reason. But I liked it when she called her Candy Girl because she was being condescending and she was checking her because Candace kept interrupting. Like when Nikki was talking directly to Ashley, before Ashley could even respond, Candace was like, well, to be fair, she just had a baby. And she was like, whoa, Candy Girl, like chill out. Like I'm the host. I'm doing my job. Sort of like, when we have our ladies lounge and you're like, listen, don't make me take you out of this. Okay? So she did that. She told us, she's like, hey, Candy Girl, like, this is I'm hosting right now. I'm asking the questions. Don't interrupt. So that's why I called her Candy Girl. And I was here for it. I wanted her to put Candace in time out because Candace kept interrupting. She would talk to me. Candace would say something. She talked to Wendy. Candace would say something. And that's why she kept saying, whoa, like, look, Candy Girl, like, you need to check yourself. And then she finally fell back.
I would have liked, hey, forehead, be quiet. No,
I'm a part of the forehead gang.
Yes. So Yolanda says she thinks Whoopi Goldberg or Cheryl Underwood would be there.
No.
I don't they wanted to put me to sleep.
And hey, Evangelist Val, good to see you. And hi, Lamar. My bestie's a real estate insider.
Hey, Lamar.
Yes, Miss Indies. Hey, Miss Indies. She said Jennifer Lewis would have asked tough questions too. I like Jennifer Lewis. I think she would have been good too. I like her. Yolanda said Giselle should also apologize to the Samuels for trying to paint Chris Samuels as an angry black man for defending his family. I agree. Definitely needs the apology.
Giselle gonna need a whole season just for apologies.
Seriously,
I don't want to see Tyler Perry host season 7.
I think T.S. Madison or Funky Diva.
I can take Medea.
Really?
If he's in character as Medea, I'll watch because Medea. Yolanda said, "Oh yes, Jennifer Lewis would have laid them out like clothes on an ironing board." Right. I think Jennifer Lewis should host. She's hilarious.
Monique. She would have had binders. Binder time again.
Now see that we would have got
been nice. Checking my binder once and twice.
Yes. And
he's not talking. Is he talking about Monique Samuels or Monique?
Monique, I think, Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, my auntie Monique, who was playing people for wearing bonnets or remember?
Yeah, people going outside looking a hot ass mess.
Like she was up there with no bra and a freaking nightgown trying to school people. Girl, bye. Women can wear whatever they want. She did. And I was like, girl, bye.
Absolve the people outside though.
Bye, Monique. I think people can wear what they want to wear.
Well, sure they can, but they shouldn't go outside looking a hot ass mess.
Here we go.
I don't believe in wearing a bonnet anywhere. That's for the bedroom and the house only. And half the time, I don't even no.
So I talk about bonnets. So my thought on bonnets is this: it's not something I would wear outside, but I just hate that for some reason with Black women, they're always critical of what we have on our heads, and they make everything this big deal when anybody else can go outside. If somebody wants to wear a bonnet, let them wear a goddamn bonnet. Why do we always have to look prim and proper for them in order for them to feel okay? No, I'm not going to wear it because that's just me. But I don't put all this stock into women wearing bonnets, and that's just me.
Exactly, because if other women were wearing the same exact type of hair dress, it would have been a fashion statement.
Oh yeah,
not for me. I would have talked about them too. I'm a thing.
They only came after women because they
would have talked about them, but the other ones wouldn't have. Would have been like, oh, check out the new silk bonnets for this.
Exactly. Go to my Instagram, shop my new Tehran. Oh, my new turban style, chic. You know what I mean? Please. The only reason why they came after those women was because they were Black.
They were Black. I agree.
100%.
Well, I say, can they at least wash them?
Are you smelling them?
Huh?
I was like, are you smelling them?
Girl, I'm seeing grease stains and They just look a mess. They look nasty. I don't know. I come from a different era.
And
Like,
you're
yeah.
right, Yolanda. It's the bonnets, the PJs, the slippers, all outside looking a hot dog.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when we came to, what was that, back in May, when we came to Atlanta, when we came to Georgia, we flew in the Atlanta airport. Sweet baby Jesus, mother of God.
Well, how
Oh
come
my goodness.
nobody says anything to the clear people wearing their pajamas to class?
I say something to them too when they take their shoes off on the plane.
Serious. The
All
first
of that.
people I like to talk about is the clear folks. Like, seriously? I'd love to drag them up and down and
Right.
right and all through. Like, are you
Let
kidding?
them look trifling, but can we stay looking, like we were
not
taught
care.
when our ancestors were able to fly and go on planes, they looked decent. They had on suits, ties, or whatever. I'm not saying do all that now, but at least this look appropriate. I don't care if you got jeans on and a t-shirt or whatever, but I just think to roll out of bed and just say, "Oh, I got a flight." No, thank you.
But why do we have to do all of that in order to be at a basic level that they're at? No,
but that's just it. I'm not saying us. I'm saying everybody. I'm not generalizing just us.
Oh, I thought you said, well, we should because of our ancestors being able to fly or something like that.
No. I said just like our ancestors used to. They used to go to the airport and everything, nice and look presentable. My thing is, if I see clear people coming in pajamas or taking their shoes off on a plane, putting them all up on the seat, or dragging their blankets through the airport or whatever, I'm talking about them too.
And I hate it because I'm one of those people, when I've flown, I've had feet next to me.
Yes. Oh my God.
And I wish somebody would put
and I was a Karen that
cut
day.
it off.
I was a Karen that day.
Yes. Absolutely.
But hey, I want to welcome Shantae. Hey, Shantae. What are your
Hi,
thoughts?
Shantae.
Hello. Woo-woo.
Yeah.
I love the show. So I wanted to talk about Wendy. I wanted to talk about Wendy sneaking and looking at those cards of Nicki Minaj's.
Oh yes.
Wait,
How disgusting was that?
she
How
looked at what?
sneaky.
I missed it. What did she look at?
When
The
they had a
cue
little
the
break,
cards
the cue
with the
cards that
questions.
Nicki Minaj had, she snuck and looked at them.
Oh, I missed that. I was doing my makeup.
Yeah, during the break, she picked them up and looked at him or whatever, and she would have never done that to Andy. So why do it to Nikki?
Hello.
Because
Good point.
we don't have respect for
Good
black
point.
people, only the white folks.
Hello. It was disgusting.
So let us wear our bonnets and sweats.
Is that respect for ourselves?
Candy, I better not catch you in the airport with your bonnet and sweats on and house shoes.
That's
Look,
actually the opposite of having
I'll be
respect
wearing-
for yourself.
I'll be wearing sneakers. No, if I'm going to the airport, it is some black, like workout pants, like some black yoga pants, some
that's
comfy
fine.
sneaks,
Yeah.
a sweater, no makeup, hair in a ponytail, like please. But I'm not.
That's fine.
I'm not going to judge somebody else's attire. Because the culture of flying is very, very different. I don't know about ancestors, but I do know that just generally the culture of flying, ancestors, I was like, what's going on? But the culture of flying has been very different. Back in the day when it was like the Panama or whatever was flights, yes, everyone dressed up because going to the airport, having the money to fly was actually a luxury and it was a whole experience. And everybody went to the airport to shop, and like all of the flight attendants were all dressed up, and it was like this whole event. But as society changed and now flying has become much more economical, it's much more accessible, it's become much more like people go there to be comfortable. It's not that big of a deal. You wear your sweatpants. The culture and lifestyle of flying has changed. So no, I'm not doing the most at the airport. I'm doing
And I was
least.
gonna say, I'm definitely not doing the most on a Spirit flight.
Oh Lord, no.
I want a Spirit flight.
I don't even suggest you be on a Spirit flight.
I want a Spirit flight.
And as quiet as it's kept, I don't fly Spirit anymore. My last experience was flying to California 3 years ago, and it was a mess. But I did want to welcome.
We don't have that flight here.
Yeah, I did want to welcome Cocktails with Lovable Lisa. What are your thoughts on everything?
Hello.
How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all
Hey.
doing this evening? Y'all look good. Yes, I want to say this, child. Last night, they could have skipped that episode. Okay, they really could. Okay, why is Nikki trying? One thing I did not like was like when she came out to Candace about the music. I'm gonna tell you something, home girl. Ain't like you around here and got number one albums, number one records and stuff. Okay, come on now. You know how the
That was my
business work.
thought.
Uh-huh. You know how the business work, okay? And you know, this was her dream. She lived it out. And me number one, that's why I got mad when Mill that's why I felt Ken when Candace said, you know, this was her dream. And Mill called her video low budget. Now, some you don't tear down my dream, okay? If it was a low budget, is it what if it cost me number $500 to make that video? It was my dream, and she put it together. Okay, that was my dream. Don't tear down my dream.
Yeah,
And I can see
I
why
agree.
Candace got mad. You know what I'm saying? And especially they asked her to sing. I mean, like we have heard Candace sing on live on Instagram. We have her live. We have her sing throughout the season. She been on there. We know she has a talent. Okay, so stop pretending like all this mess. I can't stand other people. And stop out talking about other people's husbands, baby. Okay. You haven't been talking about her. You need to worry about your husband when you get home with the allegations going on.
Okay.
That's what you
Yes,
need to worry
that
about.
part.
Okay. Okay, because you got out of all them husbands on there, you got the worst allegation against your husband. That
That
is
part.
stealing that is stealing vagina. Okay.
Right. So thank you for that. Cocktails with Lisa. Um,
Yeah.
I did want to go to Miss Indy's question. What do we think about saggy pants? Of course, I don't like saggy pants.
Me
Me
neither. I
either.
can't
It's an
stand it either.
invitation to the butt.
I
Okay.
don't know. It's
I
disgusting to
can't
me.
stand it. I can't
I don't
stand
like
men who
it.
got sagging
Never have.
penises.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I can't stand men who got well sagging penises. Okay, be a grown man, put a belt on and put your white pants on. Okay, I can't stand. I don't want to see your underwear. Is Calvin Klein paying you? Is Boss Man paying you? The way you show your underwear.
Yes.
If they paying you, then you can sag them all the way down, and I can say, okay then. But they ain't paying you though. Okay.
Right. Oh, and
Mm-mm.
Candy then went and put on her
I
bonnet.
love what you on,
That's you
Candy.
got you got her
Show
bunny on.
That's a cute one.
Wanda told me to.
I love
Yolanda said,
it.
But
"I'm
I
see, Candy,
love it.
your bonnet looks like a hat. So okay.
It do look like a
Okay.
hat.
No,
yeah."
Yeah.
Did
But
you
what,
ever see the Porsche show? Did you see the Porsche show?
not yet. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna review it next week on Mimosa Monday. So
see,
I'm
I
gonna
like
review episodes 1 and 2 next week.
Okay, we have to talk about this because I ain't get
Yeah.
you watching it.
Yes, I'm gonna review it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready to
I
talk
love
about
you too,
that.
honey. Shop. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night, okay?
You
Oh,
too,
Okay.
Lisa.
thank you,
Bye bye.
See ya.
cocktails. We love
too.
you, Lisa.
I think I'm the unpopular opinion, but I don't mind saggy pants.
You're not the unpopular
It
opinion. I
came
totally
straight from the
agree.
prison.
Why? I don't
Candy
care.
bringing that
No.
California stuff to us.
Yeah, let them sag. Like, I
I,
don't care.
I'm,
Let them sag. And
I'm with you, Candy.
the
I'm
thing
with
with
you,
It
Candy.
came straight from the prison, and it's an
I'm with,
invitation to the butt.
mm-mm.
So
well,
I don't
that's
like
why
saggy
some people
pants.
sag, and if that's what they're into, then get it.
I like
I
skinny
just I just
men,
think it looks
so
sloppy. I just think it looks sloppy. I
I
don't
don't.
think it's an invitation to the butt, but I just think it looks sloppy.
It is. It came
It
from
mm-mm,
looks
prison. I'm telling
stanky.
you, where it came from
I
prison.
mean,
It's an
mm-mm.
swagger
invitation.
though,
I like it.
like
I
a guy
like it.
who kind of like has saggy pants and has a swagger.
I
I
like
think
it.
it's sexy. I like it. When it comes to
So
Candy
I like
King,
it. If
I
a
was
man
here
have
for
his
Nikki
belt
putting
all the
her
way
on the
up
spot.
above his navel, I don't like it.
Well,
Mhm.
going
what
back
kind
to,
of
I don't like it.
I did want to go back to Wendy and the cards. So they feel Wendy shouldn't have done that. Wendy, why did you pick at the cards? Yeah, that was disrespectful. I'm gonna just go
To
to
me,
the
that just played into her insecurities.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Going to the SAG. Wendy or
Oh,
Younger
yes, it
said
did.
people still SAG. Lamar is talking to the real estate insider is talking about me taking spirits and it's a king to hopping on the city bus. Younger said, "Baby, you're gonna become a spirit flying with them." Yes, it was so. It was just. I'm sorry. It was so ghetto. It was so.
Wait, it was low budget.
Yes, very low budget.
Very
And
low
the thing was, I had to pay for because I like the bigger seats. So I had their fake first class or whatever.
I was just about to say that blows me. That is not first class.
Exactly. Like I'm still with everybody else.
Right. They don't even have a curtain.
First class, regular.
Yes. But Yolanda said Mia was hating on Candace for living her dream. She sure was. And I
don't think so.
I think Mia's jealous, but I don't know what it is.
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all.
I don't know. But shout out to Mara. She said, "Hello, ladies. I was entertained, but most people did not like the reunion. I guess I am easy to please." I was entertained too. It was just
me
long.
too.
It was just
yeah.
Yolanda said, "I'm giving Portia the side eye."
Girl, I cannot wait till you watch it because I need to talk about it. I'm like so disturbed, and I need some understanding.
What's Wednesday? Wednesday, I'll watch it and we can review Wednesday because I don't do a show on Wednesday, so I'll review it on Wednesday. Young Rich said if he got a booty, but no man. Wait, what?
No man.
Yes, Yolanda said I hate sagging pants.
I don't mind that.
It did come from the prison.
I like it.
I told you it came from the prison.
That is where the sagging came from. Inmates exhibiting easy access.
That's why I said it's an invitation to the butt. Y'all think I just be saying stuff?
Hey,
Younger said a black booty man sagging just dreadful, sir. What you showing? Right. And hi, the real lovely C. Good to see you. My friend Lamar said maybe Wendy Williams can host. Can she host?
No. Well, maybe because Andy never walks out there. They can just roll her out there and put her in a chair.
Roll her out there?
Not roll her out there.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't mean it like that. Come on now, y'all. Y'all so wrong.
Just roll her out there.
But I'm just saying that they never walk out there, so she could do that. They can just, See, I can't even say it now.
Well, is it me? I'm over reality shows. It's like so hard now to watch them. I'm just over them.
Yeah.
Because the work is showing too much now. You see the acting, you see the contrived storylines.
Yeah.
We can see
the boom of social media, bloggers, YouTube. Everything now is so transparent. To the point where we know it's a lie.
I wanted to go back to the Deshaun Snow days where we get
Lord.
You didn't even like Deshaun.
Really? Really, Candy? Really, Candy?
I'm sorry, that auction, that will forever take me out because it like never.
I feel so bad for her, but I laughed the whole entire time.
Yes, OMG!
But I do miss the real friendships because those was an actual friendship group.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reality shows create chaos in these folks' lives and relationships, but it just seems so edited. Younger said it's the casting and producers for me. Exactly. It's like they're casting stars, basically people that are into acting. So it's not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
Candy turned on the lights and everything.
Wow, chicken, wow, wow.
Right, that's what I felt like. Bow chicken, wow, wow. I thought this show was about to turn into something else.
This is the After Dark.
So what are y'all watching now? So y'all watching Portia?
I did a review on that earlier today.
Do you like it, Cotty?
I mean, the first episode is sort of a build-up. There wasn't really any drama or anything.
Right.
Okay.
We gotta wait for it. It was like they was just kind of like filling us in or whatever. But I didn't like it. I didn't like the first one, but I know that we gotta watch at least up to 3 to decide if it's worth something. But yeah, but I from the first one, I got a lot of questions, and the math ain't mathing.
Mm.
Oh, with
Well, I like the show very much. I'm gonna watch it to the
with
end
the
because
young
I'm
lady
nosy.
with Fallon.
You like her?
Yes, girl, and even Portia and Simon weren't on the same accord. I'm like, did y'all not get brief before this? Like,
I guess I don't want to watch because I don't want to see him. He's ugly to me. Sorry.
yeah, he's not attractive, and I don't see the attraction there either with them. I'm sorry, but I think Portia is chasing the bag with all the men that she's been with. It's a continuous cycle. I think she is chasing the bag.
Yeah, at first I found him attractive because I like
Did
African
you?
men. Yeah, but he just
I don't think he ugly. Like, come on, Michael Darby is ugly, but I don't think Simon is ugly.
Simon.
No, Simon not
I'll say this.
Darby over Simon.
Simon is ugly to me because of his bitch assness. Excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
No, girl.
Are we allowed these
Girl.
No, Lordy, I know I'm about to get beat up for this, but I'm half Nigerian, and I know how most Nigerian men are, and that would have been a no for me. I just can't with the controlliness, the sneakiness, I just can't. No, I was raised here. I ain't built like that.
Right.
I got my own mind.
Younger said we need Keely Williams to come save us all, singing Kumbaya when she was on TV. No, no Keely Williams. Yolanda said,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the reality shows I'm watching now, I could never review because I don't think I could find the audience. But I'm loving Made in Chelsea and the Real Housewives of Melbourne and the Real Housewives of Cheshire. So good.
Yeah, there's no audience. I
don't know any of those people.
I know what the first one is.
Right. I'm like, what?
But I don't watch them.
Okay. Is this some overseas stuff? Like, what did I miss?
Yeah, Melbourne and Cheshire. Yeah, that's overseas.
Yeah. So Cheshire, Melbourne is obviously where's Melbourne, Australia. So Melbourne's in Australia. So it's like the Australian Housewives. So good. And then the Real Housewives of Cheshire, and Cheshire's over in the UK. So good. And then also Made in Chelsea is also in the UK. It feels like the UK version of like The Hills.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
So
I've also loved the Real Housewives of Toronto, the Real Housewives of I want to get the one there's South African ones too.
South Africa, yeah, I was just about to say that.
Now that one I will watch. I will watch that one.
I want to watch that one. That one's good, but I can't find it online.
If they're in Lagos, Nigeria, Nollywood, yes, I'll watch those. Yolanda said so. She said,
I'm so dressed now.
Oh yes.
Oh, you're dressed after Jack.
Yolanda said, I'm so over Real Housewives of Potomac. Time for cast overhaul. I'm over it too. The Real Lovely C said, I just talked about them, and Carmen and Tiffany Haddish. Okay. And I dropped the link for you, Real Lovely C. I saw your comment. Lamar said, what about Housewives of Dallas? It was so dry.
No.
Never
boring. They can keep it.
Dallas.
And they're on pause because of the racism that happened on it.
Yolanda is giving Portia the side eye for Simon. The real estate insider said he looks like Seal. I think
No, he does not. Seal is attractive. Simon is a troll.
Miss Indy,
I don't think Simon is that ugly.
Miss Indy said reality TV has gotten boring. I'd rather go back to soaps. I miss all my children at this point.
I miss Passions and Days of Our Lives. I know Days of Our Lives still come on, but
I watched Days of Our Lives and Young and Restless. Those are my shows. And Passions.
That was my yes.
And hey, Real Lovely C, how are you?
Hey.
Hey, I'm fine.
That's good. So I know Candy, Yolanda wanted to know when did Yeah.
So I watch all those shows online. I don't know when they air in their country, but I think I get them like a couple hours, like a day later. But I just,
Oh,
I don't know who's like, feds don't come after me. I just stream them online. Yeah, but they're good. They're good shows, and it shows you like these women really have that actual opulent lifestyle. Like they are not playing around. And it's very, to me, it's very aspirational and inspiring. Like when I watch these shows, I'm like, okay, that was a life that was meant for me. I'm about to go to Ibiza with my girls on a yacht and chill and not have a care in the world. And the only thing we're fighting about is the fact that you brought me like popular, like actual champagne glasses to drink from actual champagne. Like you brought the wrong flute or whatever it was. Like that's it for me.
Right. So the real lovely C, what are your thoughts on everything? I know you reviewed the show today as well. She might be delayed.
I think she's
You're
muted.
muted. Let me. I can't unmute you. You gotta unmute your mic. It's not. Oh, it's telling me your mic isn't connected. So while she gets her mic connected, Mark said he watched. Well, he told us to watch Tyler Perry Ruthless. I've never heard of that. Said he ran across the mess yesterday. What is Ruthless about?
It's funny.
I auditioned
Is
for
that a new show?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's-
It's
no.
on like season 2 or 3. I auditioned for Ruthless. It's very soap opera-y. It's about like this cult, this black cult. So there's like this cult leader guy, and all the women are extremely submissive. They like work all day and they wear like everything that covers their clothing, and if you try and escape, they'll like beat you. And then there was this sort of like FBI undercover guy who wife gets like, she is depressed, and then she like meets one of the cult leaders and takes this like drug, and he like totally turns her out, and she goes and like joins the cult and all this stuff. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I have to check it out. So
Yeah,
It's terrible. It's terrible actors and actresses, but it's good.
well, the real
So let me just pre-warn you.
You said it, girl. You said it.
The real lovely C is unmuted right now. So what are your thoughts, real lovely C, on everything? Oh,
Uh-oh.
she was unmuted. So well, we'll
Can
go
I touch on something really quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Fallon had her baby yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, so young Rich said,
I'd
what do
like
you
to
think about the real baby daddy? That's a married NBA player.
Ooh.
You know, that's
Absolutely.
what I believe. Ain't nobody buying no Jalen.
Because I want someone to explain something to me. The baby was, I think, 6 pounds 6 ounces. So obviously it was not a preemie. That's number one.
Full term.
Full term.
Right. That's full term. Second of all, that puts her pregnant back in
February.
April, February, April.
February.
And back
because I got a baby in January.
And back in February and March, Jalen was still incarcerated. So can someone please explain that to me?
And
that's why I said I got
didn't know
questions.
He was incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am. And that's why I said I got questions, because that came out on the that's why when they were doing that timeline on the show yesterday. What'd you say?
Is Russell Westbrook the daddy? I'm gonna make me another drink, but answer that as well.
Oh,
that I do not know, but I don't know.
I'm just going. Yeah.
I didn't know
Where my drink at?
I don't know.
Where my drink at?
It ain't Jalen. Jalen is her BFF who got caught up in some mess. He was trying to do her a solid, and she's exploiting him now. And I actually think that if she doesn't be grateful for the solid he's giving, I bet you Jalen cracks soon. Because there's only so much lies and fronting you can take. Because even in his statement, about the baby, he was like, oh, Fallon did such a great job. The baby's healthy, blah, 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 blah. He never once said, I'm so happy I'm a father. I'm so proud. This is our daughter. This is our baby. Like if you're really the parent, you have a connection to that child. You say, my child was born, our baby's here. You know, we're excited to be with dad, my baby, right? It was very much like if I was talking, it was like if I was talking about my friend, right? I was like, you guys, the beautiful Cardi B, she had her baby. She did such a great job. The baby is here. She's healthy. She's happy. You know, we're so happy for them. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like your good friend congratulating you on having a baby. It did not sound like, I'm so happy to be a father, especially because this is allegedly his first child.
Right.
You're really goo goo gaga.
And not only that, but is her alleged banner going up? I can't.
No, it's not. Allegedly.
Okay, well, I won't say it yet then until we come back. Okay, well, allegedly, Jalen bats for the other team.
That's what I thought.
That part.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, none of this is making sense to me. And then when they came out with the timeline yesterday on Portia's show, I'm like, the math ain't mathing in either with either couple. It's not no. No. But I will say this does confirm that Simon was telling the truth.
Yeah.
I will say that
about it. She had the baby yesterday.
What I say to that is it doesn't matter if Simon was telling the truth. He was cheating on Fallon and Fallon was cheating on him. So they both were doing their own dirt. And that timeline is also pretty much proven as well. But the thing is, I still believe in this theory. And Jalen's mom basically co-signed it when she was on Kimpire with me. Yeah. I believe, remember? Yep. I believe Simon and Fallon got together and created a scheme. And they basically were just like fame and money by any means necessary. And they put this scheme together. And I think that Portia is just a con. She's getting in the whole thing. So I don't think Portia is innocent. I don't think this timeline vindicates her because I think in Portia's mind, she really did think, oh, this really rich Nigerian man, he's going to come and I'm going to get the money. And she didn't care that she was stepping on another woman. And then she did it so publicly. I'm not saying that makes Simon and Fallon right, because I think that they are allegedly, I think they're both fraudsters and scammers. But it doesn't vindicate Portia because she actually thought she was doing.
Wait a minute, Candy.
She was proud.
Candy, I got a question for you because I already know what Cardi B gonna say. I already know. I already know what you're gonna say, girl. You're gonna be ready to fight somebody. Now just sit back and be quiet. Okay, so Candy. So according to the timeline, all right.
Yeah.
Simon and what's her name? Fallon were on a quote unquote break, or they were going to get a divorce. Okay, when she was dating the basketball player or whatever. Okay. Then they decided that they were going to get back together and work things out.
Okay.
And then he filed again.
Okay.
And I think he filed then because he found out she was pregnant. But that's neither here or there. But my question is to you: is that still considered cheating? Do you still consider Simon as cheating because they were not they weren't together? He wasn't even in the States.
Okay, so that I say I'll answer that in two separate ways. The first is I think with that timeline we're starting in the middle because according to Tisa Tale, shout out to her, I think that her reporting is great. Portia and Simon were actually messing around way before this alleged contrived timeline on her show and on social media. Tisa Tales has the receipts that they were messing around for at least a year or so, that they had been messing around.
Oh, right. She says it's like September 2020.
Yeah. So I think that they are, because we all know these people lie. So just because they say something is true doesn't mean it is true. Right. So I think they are trying to contrive a timeline in order to vindicate themselves because their ego was too big. They thought they could do anything and people would just accept it. I don't think Portia was ready for the smoke. I don't think Portia thought that we would actually have backlash with her with the whole Simon thing.
Okay.
So I think now they're trying to backtrack because I didn't watch the show, but I did watch a little bit of commentary, and people were even saying that Lauren was kind of like, "Oh, it was two weeks, no, a month," and she was even kind of looking like she was lying about something in the timeline when Dennis was even talking about it, right?
I caught that too. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I caught that.
Right.
Well,
So
remember she is talking to the ex-boyfriend, so she kind of don't want to.
Facts.
Just
She
just
still
say,
got trying to stay
okay,
loyal to her sister, right?
Yeah, so
right,
she was kind of
but
playing
you
it by
don't.
ear.
You can be loyal, but also tell the truth. Because if Portia isn't lying, then you don't have to be nervous about it.
But Dennis also hurt her.
No, I totally understand that.
So why now you so interested?
I'm
So
not.
wait a minute. I'm still kind of confused though. So that's why I say the math ain't mathing, man. I'm like, oh, you gotta be a man. This is crazy. Okay, so so you saying that they were messing around back in September? That's what I got, right?
At least
that's what Tisa said.
That's what Tisa
Okay,
said. Yeah, they're messing. This is what I think.
Okay, but wait a minute. But hold up.
Okay.
So then why would she still be trying to quote unquote fix things with Dennis?
You've never heard of a person sleeping and dipping and doing it with multiple people?
Yeah, she still loves Dennis.
Ooh, child.
Portia was not. If Dennis,
I don't have that much time.
Like all of them were look what she did with Bolo. She's like, this is a thing. Just
too
because
easy.
Busting it with one person doesn't mean you're not busting it with somebody else.
Child, I will be confusing names, addresses, phone. Yeah, I'll be caught all up.
I think the simplest answer is usually the true one. And I think because the math isn't mathing, it's this. Fallon and Simon, their marriage to me was always of convenience and transactional.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I can provide something for you. I think their marriage ran its course. They came up with this scheme to get fame and to get money. Portia was the lowest hanging fruit. Maybe they met her out with Dennis, whatever the thing was, they came in contact with her. Simon, again, was this fraudster, acting like he had all this money. Portia fell for the okie doke. They started doing what they were doing on the side. She was probably still smashing Dennis because he was out there smashing goats and donkeys and other women and everything else in the world.
Yes,
so I think that they both were smashing other people, right? And then I think and then he was able to get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and all of that stuff. Because if you watch what Portia was saying in the car with Lauren and Tanya, when Tanya still was her friend, that to me told us everything we needed to know about between them, because she was basically ready to go there and fight Fallon because you know how Portia is, and that's how she was acting. And then I think that where was I? Yeah. So I think that so Simon and Fallon came up with this scheme. I don't think that they were really messing with each other like that. Fallon was doing her thing with this married athlete. Simon was doing his thing. And then when it turned out that Fallon was not going to be asked back for the next season of Roa, she wasn't going to get a peach. I think that's when Simon upped the ante with Portia and really to bag Portia, and that's why it came out on the timeline. To me, that timeline makes sense.
So, question: were Dennis and Simon business partners though? Because that's what they tried to say.
Right. That's what I was about to ask next. Yeah.
According to Simon, no.
But Simon also has a fraudulent business. Like none of his businesses are even active.
And Dennis is into scamming too.
Exactly.
Dennis is into scamming too.
I think it's this front of, we're these businessmen, do business together. It makes for a good storyline. It makes for a good front. But what businesses are they actually really doing besides Dennis's hot dog stuff, right?
I was just about to say Dennis does make good money with those hot dog businesses though. Now with the liquor brand he has out as well.
No,
he had a lot of rumors that he had a lot of business before that he was scamming with.
I think in reality, Dennis actually probably has more money than Simon. I think in this fraudulent world that Simon was fronting as, he was making it as he had all of his money. Again, the same thing happened with the house. Him and Fallon weren't living in the house they filmed in. until they got the contract to film. Then he all of a sudden bought this huge house and was renting all of those cars. And the moment Fallon didn't get picked up, he had to put it back on the market because he couldn't actually afford it. That
Yes.
Right.
shows he's not as wealthy, and he is fronting like we're renting the cars, we're getting these houses, but we have to flip them because we can't actually afford them and all of that stuff. So I think that is what happened. And then I think the situation got bigger than what Simon and Fallon could handle or thought. Because once
Okay, so let me ask all you ladies. I guess because Candy, you threw my theory right out the window now. Because my theory was, and let me see what you all think. It's real short. I thought that Shamia had something to do with the whole hookup with.
They said alleged.
That's what they said.
That's another okie doke, you guys. Why are you falling for this okie doke? So they had already.
Yeah, it was easy to say that.
We were talking about we engaged. Oh, hashtag love wins. All of this stuff. How come in none of that situation did they ever bring up the fact about Shamia? They were running with that lie that Dennis and Simon had been business partners. That was the initial lie that came out.
But see, I heard this out of Georgia. From someone in Georgia themselves. So that's what go ahead, the candy shop. You look like you about to say something.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So I heard from somebody that's there and actually knows them. So that's why I'm like, so when I heard I can't reveal everything, but when I heard that, I'm like, now that makes sense because Shamia's husband and Simon already knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was and Shamia met him right after, like he was at their wedding and everything. And that's when they met. And remember, Portia went to their wedding too.
Yeah, I heard in these Atlanta streets that actually Simon and Shamia's husband were either friends or related. That was what I heard. Friends.
Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah. Prior to all the Tisa Tell stuff, that was what I heard.
Exactly.
Well, they can still be friends, but I don't think that they met through them. They may have been in the same circles, but let's just pretend that is true. That still doesn't change anything. She still met a married man through a friend. So even if that was true, that doesn't change the inherent problem of what went down. Whether you met a man through your best friend, whether you met him through your baby daddy's business partner, he was still somebody else's husband.
So it doesn't make a difference if he was planning to get a divorce and separated from his wife?
Well, according to Tisa Tells, during that time, he was very much with Fallon. He wasn't even acting like he was getting a divorce. This is my thing.
I don't know about Tisa.
If they're
exactly, Candy.
You don't know about Tisa?
Yeah.
All her receipts are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I just started
obsessive
when
people,
she did the funky Dineva thing. I just started going like, you kind of cloud chasing.
I don't like somebody who's obsessed over one thing.
Thank you. Yes.
Kind of obsessive.
I mean, all her content is just Portia.
Like you want to scare her and wear her.
Candy said. So let's think about Portia already dating a Nigerian in them circles before.
That was a cousin.
Right. And I believe, Portia is a professional. She knows what she's doing. She got it written down. She checks off her to-do list. She knows what kind of man she wants. She knows the height. So I don't think any of the, like she like to say, optics mean anything to her. She's focused, like you said, Candy. She's used as a pawn, and she's focused on the money while they run around and play games and try to get money and get fame off of her coattail. So I totally agree, and I don't think they just met. I think Portia been running in their circle via Shamia's been her best friend. Shamia's been married to her man for a couple of years. A couple of years ago, she dated a Nigerian already. The circle got to be smaller. So I think this been going on. So I think it was an easy catch, an easy bait on both parts.
Yeah, and I think Portia thought that she would be the woman to get him because of her status. Because we also know he was cheating with other women. There's like women that have come out that was
right
at the same time.
Right.
But I think Portia thought she would secure the bag based off of her status, and it seems like it's not working out.
I think it was based off of her
By
pocketbook.
a scammer. What'd you say?
She did.
I think it was based off her pocketbook, and I'm not talking the one you carry.
Oh.
No, but I agree with you. I think Portia got played. She got conned because and I say this all the time, out of the three of them, out of Portia, Fallon, and Simon, the only person with something to lose was Portia, and the only person who was lost is Portia. We know who Simon is now. We know who Fallon is.
Totally agree.
We didn't know who the heck these people were. Portia now had to take a pause from Roa. They're like, you can't come back this season. Come back next season after you calm the F down. She Nation, which I think was a big mistake because she was in his stuff.
Terrible move. Yeah.
Terrible decision.
And also, relationships really matter in the world, but definitely in the entertainment industry. So, how many bridges is she burning with all this stuff? Her spinoff was supposed to be
cocky right now.
Matters. Her arrogance is what really
so cocky right now.
She's so cocky. She's so arrogant, and to me, it's so slimy.
And she keep calling it blessed. If you already had money, why do you think you're blessed?
It's trauma
to have another man,
and it is so disgusting. I don't know. I can't ever rock with someone who literally takes pleasure out of publicly embarrassing another woman. Even though I think Fallon and Simon were in on it together, I'm not absolving them. I do think that they were in on it. This is a scheme Todd made. But I don't think Portia knew that. That's why she's the pawn, because she doesn't know it. And to me, it was just so disgusting to see her be on Instagram and parade around like we're supposed to be joyful that she's engaged to another woman's husband whose face she was all in. That is what makes me not rock with Portia anymore. I don't care if there's storylines. I don't care if it's timelines. I don't care this, that, and the third. That to me is what makes Portia disgusting in my face. She's a beautiful girl. She's a talented girl. But any person who has ever had heartbreak or heartache and you see someone do that, just miss me with that. Miss me with it. And that is the issue I have with Portia. And I don't think any timeline absolves her from that. Because let's give her the absolute benefit of the doubt. Absolute benefit of the doubt. Say she really did miraculously fall in love with Simon in 2 to 4 weeks. Let's just say this miraculous.
She's in love with Simon. She's in love with Dennis.
Say absolute benefit of the doubt. She could have moved very differently. She's already famous. She already has some level of money. She could have moved behind the scenes. She could have moved very, very differently. But she chose to move in a way that publicly humiliated another woman. Whether they're going to get divorced, whether they're separated or not, they were still legally married.
True.
To the world.
Well, what are y'all final thoughts? Because I'm about to end this.
Okay. Meant watch her.
Who bleaches their skin? Portia?
Not a thing recently, but I do know she bleaches her skin. Who bleaches her skin?
Tell us, Young Rich, who bleaches their skin?
Who bleaches their skin?
I'm not interested unless we got factual proof.
But final thoughts from everybody? Starting with Cotty, I guess.
Oh shoot, I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was this one from Potomac to Portia? Okay.
Yes.
I just want to say I think Dennis still in love with Portia.
Yeah.
That's basically
he's
what
a
I
cheater.
feel like.
And he likes bestiality as well, they've said. And hey, shout out to Val, comedian. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting on the sidelines, like Dennis said. Regardless, I'm gonna be here for another 16 years.
That part.
Girls in Simon's car. And I agree with Val. Sometimes it's just makeup, not bleach.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I said I ain't interested unless we got factual proof.
Oh, okay.
So, Candy, final thoughts?
Oh, Roll Hop final thoughts. Wendy needs to relax. Candace needs to shut up. Karen is amazing. She's the grand dame, love her for always. Mia needs to level out and get a little bit more secure in herself so she's not so frantic all the time. Giselle and Robin can go skip rocks, and Ashley can also go nurse her babies in a corner. And great, Nikki, but one and done for you. When it comes to what were we talking about? Portia. Portia. Yeah, I'm done with Portia. I'm not watching the show. I'm not supporting anything she does. I'm a girl's girl. I just anybody who disrespects a woman that publicly, you're dead to me forever. So miss me with Portia. Dennis, if you love Portia,
Wow.
on it.
Right.
So
Dang.
what else? Fallon is living this false life, but I'm here for it. I like Fallon. I think she's lies. I think she is up for the okie doke. She was on the scheme, but like I don't care. I like her. And free Jalen. I think we need a hashtag free Jalen. I think Jalen right now is a prisoner, and he doesn't know how to get out of this. And we need to free Jalen. That needs to be the next hashtag that goes around. And Simon can buy DA. He can go. We're done with him. You are dismissed, Simon.
And thank you, Val.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts, Chi-Town Naja girl?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm glad this reunion is over. They can leave Nikki where she's at over there with that person that she's married to. Ashley, I think if she comes back, this should be her final year. She does not have a storyline. Robin needs to be kicked down to friend of. I love me some Karen. Giselle has a place on there, so she can stay, although I don't like her. I like Mia, but I'm gonna need her to get her story together. And Wendy needs to find a balance. Either we're gonna talk about these 4 to 5 degrees or whatever, and be a great woman, or we're gonna be a potential stripper. I mean, I need her to make up her mind because she seems so she just seems so unbalanced. And I love her, her glow up, embrace it, and let's move on. But I need her to build her self-confidence and get out of this insecurity with her husband and stuff. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I'm ready for a new host. I'm tired of Andy. And did I hit Candace? Sweet baby Jesus. I don't know what I don't know. I don't get a Kleenex deal. That's all I got for her. And I've always been a Portia fan. I like Portia. I love the direction. It's like she was growing. She was growing and growing up, and now I feel like she's backsliding, and I hate that for her. Yep. I think she has daddy issues, and that's carrying over into her relationships with these old men. And she's chasing the bag when instead of just securing her own bag and being happy with that. Let's get out of this old tale history of the man should be the breadwinner and support the man and build him up. Build yourself up and carry your own bag and have your own security and stop leaning on these men for everything. So that's what I got.
Thank you, Chi-Town. Before we get to Shantae, I did kiki a little bit at Oval's comment. She said, sorry, some of the ladies sell it for the money. I make a joke that I'm too old for free. Rose said, all of you ladies look gorgeous as usual. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mia was walking around the club hollering, here, kitty, kitty. Shantae, what are your final thoughts?
As far as Potomac, I love it as a whole group. I love it. But Wendy, I do understand her change, but she's the only one that go toe to toe with Giselle besides Karen. Everybody else kind of lets her make it. I really think Giselle owed Eddie an apology. for starting that rumor, even though she knew it was false. She brought it on a national syndicated network, which wasn't cool. If she called Wendy her friend, she knew better. I don't care what she says. I kind of think Robin still needs to be the Robin to Giselle's Batman, even though I could care less if she's there or not. You know what I'm saying? And if I was single, I would want to suck one dick too. So I was just saying, yes. Just saying. I mean, it was nothing but a comment. It was nothing. I think, like I said, I think Juan and Michael on that level are friends for real. I think he knows if his friend is bisexual or not. Just like Michael keeps saying with a lot of confidence that Juan is not going to marry Robin. I think they on that kind of friendship or level that he knows for sure, just as well as he know that the level of I guess attraction that Michael might have for him. I don't think he believes it. I think Candace just has to deal with her mother. She needs to just take a little time out and deal with her mother relationship. And I think it wouldn't spill out as so negative on the, from something from her childhood. It wouldn't spill out so negative in her comments that she makes towards other people. Who else is on the show? Mia. Oh yeah. Now I have a couple of good friends that are compulsive liars. Even though you can't deal with their liars, it's still kind of entertaining. And I got good friends. Actually, my good friend came over during Thanksgiving, and all she did was lie, and I was just tickled pink. But she meant well. She brought wine. We had a good time. But some people are just compulsive liars, but they're not harmful. So I do like Mia and Karen. Of course, we need Karen to be the foundation of it all, to let them know how to act and show face and be mature, and still know how to read somebody when they come for them. And then as far as Portia, I just believe Portia came from with her mother like an old school lineage of women that has been taught how to get that money and use what they need to use to get it. I think that's her focus. I think she's been trained that way. I think that's part of her mother conversation. She probably was small. And that's all she knows. If you think about it, she's been with Cordell and then on to the next one. She tries and tries. And every time she sees that all that money, you see Portia be gone. Her head, her mind, her focus, it be just don't matter if it's a football player. It don't matter who it is. She just loses it. Just straight focus on the bag. It don't matter what's going on around her. She feel like it's just what she's supposed to be doing. So I think she's been taught that from her mother since she was a young girl. And I think her mother is kind of living through Portia as well, like her cheerleader.
Yes, thank you, Shantae. So my final thoughts, I echo everybody. I just want to acknowledge a couple of things. So thank you, Loyal Saji, for the Cash App. She wanted to show some support to the show. Thank you so very much.
Yes,
yes, Oval, thank you. With this platform, I try to be very respectful of everybody. I want us to have a place where we can talk. It's okay to disagree as Black women because we all have different opinions. That's the many facets of us. Mm-hmm. And so thank you for supporting me. Shout out to Ray Renee and All Things Popcorn. Thank you for supporting. Shout out to my bestie, the Real Estate Insider, for the Cash App of $4.99. Thank you.
Cha-ching.
Thank you. Oval said Juan looks at Robin like I don't want that kid. And thank you. So Loyal Saji had watched our show on Friday. Oh, you're a replay queen. Thank you. I love the extra views. And thank you, Oval, for the super chat.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yes, Black love. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to the other ladies. We have Cardi B up here. Yay. Candy Washington. Right now, Chi-Town Naja Girl, Shantae. I guess y'all don't have pages yet.
Never, ever.
It's coming. Be sure to support us. Tomorrow we will be on Candy Washington's channel for the Ladies Lounge. I believe we're talking about jealousy and how to deal with that as Black women and our Black friend or our girlfriend friendships. Well, thank y'all for joining. I'm about to play my outro. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel.